is kind of actually about dreams and the beauty of dreams, but then sometimes you have to give up your dreams because maybe they're not right for you any longer, and sometimes you have grown beyond that dream. And so that's what it means in particular to Bert's character in this.
I really enjoyed Amsterdam and your performance in it, of course.
Thank you so much.
I know you have partnered with David O. Russell several times over like the last decade plus, like 3 times now. What is it that draws you back to working with him in that partnership?
He's just a magnetic filmmaker. I like his company. We like talking together. That grew. We get, every film that we make, we usually get 10 more days on the schedule, I've noticed. And then I was just really fortunate and very appreciative to David that he brought me in right at the inception when he was very first having the seeds of, he'd learned about this event in American history. He had these characters, this idea of a friendship he wanted to create, and he wanted to bring me in at that point. And oh my God, what a joy that was. We put it together for 6 years. I went away and made different films during that time, but I always had Bert in the back of my mind, bubbling away and creating just characters that we were in love with, that we wanted to hang out with, a friendship that we wanted to have in our lives, a friendship that said they will be there for each other and do anything for each other, no matter what. And bringing the joy and the life that these characters who really should, because of what's happened in their lives, be broken people. But they refuse that, They refuse to go numb. They refuse to be cynical. They remain optimistic. And so we set out to create that. And oh my God, what a wonderful journey it was, and how blessed we were with all the people who came and joined us on that journey.
Speaking of those people, that friendship, that trio is so fascinating because Bert feels most at home with them. He feels the most love with them. And yet they also have their own relationship going on separate, which is so interesting. Can you talk about bringing Margot and John David into that story and working with them to create that dynamic?
They are both absolutely stellar, wonderful actors, and they're playing incredible characters. Margot is this force of nature, and Valerie is a force of nature. And Valerie is based on these various artists, these Dada artists of the era. And JD is, he's at a wonderful place because he's an incredibly experienced actor and has great life experience as well. We're starting to see more of him, but you don't know much about him, or at least I don't yet. And so it's such a delight to watch him in this film and just see him as Harold, and a real pleasure to work with the two of them and create, this triangle of friends who have a pact and who have a friendship that, I think most people are going to watch and go, oh, I want to have that friendship and just want to hang out. I do. I watch the film and I go, please, I don't want this to end. I just love these characters and I want this to keep going. I want to be friends with them.
Exactly. Those are the kind of friends you want. I really loved the phrase that Bert repeats throughout the film, following the wrong God home, or sometimes following the right God home. Yeah. What does that mean to you and when you're playing his character?
I actually forget where that came from. I believe there was a poet, something. David would be better to answer that. I've forgotten through all the years. That became a staple early on. But doing the right thing. And also making sure that your dreams are the right dreams, because Bert is chasing a dream that really has passed him by and he's moved on from, and but he won't admit it, because he's a scrapper, he's a fighter, and he's also very stubborn-minded. He's a difficult personality, but a beautifully fun, difficult personality, and someone, sort of forged in the crucible of the Great War, as their friendship was. But remains, full of love and optimism and joy and singing and dancing and everything. But that particular thing is kind of actually about dreams and the beauty of dreams. But then sometimes you have to give up your dreams because maybe they're not right for you any longer, and sometimes you have grown beyond that dream. And so that's what it means in particular to Bert's character in this.
That makes a lot of sense. Now, finally, you played my first and favorite Batman, but you've also
Thank you
recently had a taste of supervillainy with Thor.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, do bad guys have more fun?
They do. Absolutely. They not only have more fun, but they're easier to play because everybody is fascinated with bad guys, right?
Mhm.
The minute the bad guy walks on the screen, no one's looking at the good guy anymore. All eyes go to the bad guy. So it's a much easier acting gig.
Well, you killed it either way. So thank you for both.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. And I had a great time with Amsterdam too. Thank you so much. Have a
Wonderful.
great day.
Thank you for saying.